In this video, we'll show you exactly how to create a beautiful journal using Canva and AI, all for free. Why is this a fantastic idea? Selling journals on Amazon KDP is one of the easiest and most affordable ways to start earning passive income. With millions of people searching for unique and custom journals every day, the market is huge and the potential for profit is high. So make sure to watch this video so you don't make any mistakes. And let's start with this video. The first thing which we'll do is to open this link. And I'm going to make sure to leave this website link in the description of the video so you can open the correct website. The website name is kdp.amazon.com/cover calculator. And once you open the website, it's going to look something like this. And our job is to enter the information about our book in these fields. And that will calculate our book size. For the binding type, I recommend that you set it to paperback. I'll select a black and white interior type. And let's set the paper type to white paper. For the reading directions, I recommend that you set it from left to right, because that's a standard. The next thing that we'll select is the measurement units, and we will set this to inches instead of centimeters. Also, the interior trim size will give us a lot of different sizes, which we can select. But a standard that most of the competitors are using is this 6 by 9 inches. So you can open a journal on Amazon if you want to check its size. Then scroll down until you find the section called Product Details, and then you're going to see the exact dimensions of that journal. The last thing is to enter the page count for our journal, and this is completely up to you. You can enter a number which you think will be enough, and some standard is around 120, so I'll enter that number and then hit Calculate Dimensions. This is the result which we're going to get, and you will get a bunch of different information, and we will need some of this in order to start creating our journal in Canva. We will now download the template by clicking here. And when this template downloads as a zip file to your computer, you'll want to unzip or extract that file, and then you'll get 3 different files in that folder. The file that we're going to use is this PNG file right here. So I'll open that file, and that will look like this. I have the overall dimensions section right here. And these are the numbers which we'll need to enter when creating our custom design, and I'll show you that also. I'm now going to open canva.com and then log in with my Canva account. I have to mention that you do not need a pro Canva account. You can create a journal by only using a free account, so you won't have to pay for anything. If you do have Canva Pro, that's great. That will allow you to get access to more elements and features. But the free Canva account will work just as well. Once you're on your Canva homepage, find this option that's called Custom Size, and then we'll have to enter our dimensions. The first step is to change this to inches. Then I'm going to open that PNG file and enter these dimensions right here. This is 12.52 inches for the width of our journal, and after that I have 9.25 inches for the height. Click on Create New Design and then we'll get to a new page. The next step is to upload that PNG file which we used for the dimensions and upload it to Canva because we're going to be using it. I had uploaded this photo, and I'm now going to add it to my design, and I'll put it over the whole design like this. As you can see, this fits perfectly. Another thing is to select the transparency button at the top, and we're now going to lower the transparency to around 30 or 40%, whichever works for you. We will use this template as a guideline. This will essentially show us where we can put our text and other elements. Just make sure that you don't put it over the red lines, because you won't be able to see the text once the journal's finished. So if you've never used Canva before, then I'm going to give you a short guide on what it is and how you can use it. Canva is a graphic design tool and a video editor that allows us to create high-quality designs, posters, books, and many, many more things. The left side of Canva is this toolbar, which allows us to add different elements, stickers, graphics, shapes, and many, many more things. Also, you have this text toolbar, and that will give us a lot of text templates with different colors, fonts, and designs. So since we're creating a journal, which we're going to sell on Amazon, then we're interested in the text layer. But we can also add some stickers using the Elements section. Most of these stickers and graphics are free, but there are also some that you can use only with Canva Pro. But most of the free elements will do the job for the journal. Let's say I need a little house sticker in the book. I'll type house in here, then make sure that the graphics section is selected, and then we'll get a bunch of results, which we can add to our book. I will select this specific sticker, and let's say I want to put it here. As I said, make sure you don't put the images or the text over the red lines. So you can repeat this process a couple of times until you're happy with how your page turned out. This all depends on what kind of journal you are creating. And maybe you won't be needing any images or stickers in your journal. So you can go over to Amazon.com and then find a journal which you'll want to model or get ideas from. If you already have an idea on what you want to write about and what kind of journal you're creating, then that's great. But if you don't have a specific idea, then you can open a journal that you like, and then let's try to model that. I've opened this one that's called Things I Need to Write Down Because I'm Old and I Forget Stuff. And this journal is getting good sales, so let's make a similar one because we want our journal to sell as well. I'm going to get back to Canva and then I'll change the background color of my book, and you can select any color you like. Click on the design and then find this position option. After that, I'm going to select this layers section. Here's our background layer, so I'll tap on it and then click on the color option. It's up to you what kind of color you'll choose, and I'm going to make my orange. I think that this looks pretty good, so we can now continue with the next step. We now need a title and a subtitle for our book, and we'll get back to Amazon and find similar journals and look at their title, cover, and other stuff. This specific journal has a funny title, and it's this Things I Need to Write Down Because I'm Old and I Forget Stuff. And the subtitle of the book is kind of a short description. It's describing the book. And it says here that it's a funny gift notebook journal. Gift for coworkers, friends, and family. And so how can we come up with these titles and ideas? It's pretty easy, and we're going to use ChatGPT to help us with that. So I'm going to go over to ChatGPT and then log in with your account. I'm already logged in, so what I'll do is to write a simple prompt like this: give me 10 funny quotes for a journal. The journal is about, and then enter your journal topic. Yours may be different from mine, but I'll write something like how I'm old and I forget things. ChatGPT will then give me some good journal titles, which I can copy and use. But you can see that these may be a bit too big. So what I'll do is I will ask ChatGPT to make these quotes shorter. Now I got all of these great results, and I think ChatGPT did a great job. So what I'll now do is to select and copy a quote, which is going to be my journal title. And I like this first one that says, I'm not old, my memory just needs a nap. I think that it's funny and it grabs attention, so let's copy it and then paste it into my Canva design. So I'll now adjust the text on the right side and make it into 2 separate sections, because I want this I'm not old part to be a bit bigger than the rest of the text. So you'll want to play around with this text. Make sure it's lined up at the left side, because we want to model this cover of the book on Amazon. You can see that it's all on the left, and that's what I'll also do with my text. But make sure that it's not touching the red line of our template. So take your time here and play around with the text, make it smaller or bigger, change the font, the color, and other stuff if you have to. I'm going to fast forward this part because it's a bit boring, and I'll cut to my finished result. I like how this text on the cover turned out, and I won't be touching this anymore. But let's add a square and then put it over the spine, and that's how we call this central part of the journal. So select your square color, in my case it's black, and then put it over the spine just like I'm doing right here. So I'm done with this part, and you can always add some stickers or little images into your journal if you want to. And let's say I'll add this sticker at the back cover of my journal. But make sure that you don't put it at the bottom right corner where the barcode is, and don't put it over the text part of the back. You can put it anywhere in the blank space, and that is what I will do. When you add the text elements and your stickers, the last step before saving this design on our computer is to select the template which we had added, and then delete it from our design. So go over to the position, then layers. Here's my template, which I'm now going to delete. So it's now removed, and I can tap on Share at the top right, then Download. And make sure that you download the journal cover as a PDF print format. So I've finished my book cover. It's a pretty simple design, and it's modeled after this book from Amazon. And these simple designs can sometimes sell pretty good. But maybe you have a different design in mind, so take your time in designing the book cover. It is now time to go to the next step and create our book interior. And before we start doing that, it's important to read some information from this page. I'll leave the link in the description of this video, and you're going to see the exact dimensions and margins which we need for our interior and our journal page. If I scroll down a bit, I'm going to see this term that's called the bleed, and it's important that we learn what this is. A bleed in a journal is when the design or image goes beyond the edge of the page. This ensures that when the page is trimmed, there's no white border and the design goes all the way to the edge. It's like making sure the image overflows a little, so it looks clean after printing. Since we're creating a journal, we want to use bleed because we want our lines to go all the way to the end of the page. I'm going to expand this section, and that's going to give me the exact dimensions of my page, and here's the size which we need. Since we had selected the 6.9 inches for our book cover, the size of the page is going to be 6.125. So I will enter this for the width of my page. And then I'll enter 9.25 for the page height. And we now have our journal page created. The next step is to add our page margins. So scroll a bit down to the bottom of this page, and then expand this section right here, and that's going to give us the exact dimensions of our page. So this depends on your page number, and since I had put 120 pages for my journal, these are the exact margins which we need to put in our design. So we're looking at the inside margins right here, and we're also looking for the outside margins, which are right here. Once I have my dimensions, I can go over to canva.com, and then I have to activate the ruler feature. So select the Files, then Settings. And after that, I'm going to tap on this Show Rulers and Guidelines, and we now have our ruler. Since the inner and outer margins are the same for me, which is 0.375, then I'm going to show you a little trick. What you'll want to do is to set the first ruler right here, and make sure that you set this margin to 0.375, or a little bit more than that. What I'll now do is to go over to the Elements section, and then add a little square to my design, and set this square at the left side and make sure that it's the same size as your margin. Once you do this, duplicate the square 3 times, and then put them at the top, the bottom, and at the right side of your page, and you can then use these squares to easily adjust the remaining margins. Once everything is finished, delete the 4 squares and you'll be left with this, and this is just what we need. The next step in this tutorial is to add lines to our journal, and follow my steps once again. Let's use the Elements section and then search for a line, and we'll want to add the most basic line from this list. Select this Line Style option, and then reduce the line weight to around 1 or 2 points, because we don't want our lines to be too thick. Also, tap on the transparency option one more time, and then reduce this to maybe 20 or 30%. This depends on you. We don't want our lines to be too strong since they're going to be over the whole page. So I think the line looks pretty good. And what I'll now do is to duplicate this line 25 times. Make a selection of every line, then right-click, space evenly, and then tidy up. This is going to adjust our lines evenly, so just make this selection bigger and put it over the whole page. And when you finish with every step, your journal page should look something like this, and I think that this looks great, so let's now continue to the next part. We will now go over to this grid view, and we'll get a bird's eye view of the whole journal, and let's duplicate our page 10 times. I now have 10 pages, but my journal will have 120 pages, so I will make a selection of this group, then copy and paste it 12 times. I'll then go back to the regular view and make sure that you have at least 120 pages in your journal. Your job now is to write your journal over these 120 pages. So I'll skip this part because this is all up to you. You know what you'll write, what your book title is, and other things, so take your time here and fill these 120 pages. When you are finished with writing your journal, you'll want to tap on Share one more time, then Download, and make sure that you download this as a PDF print format. Once you have your book cover and your interior, it's time to upload the journal to KDP. And I suppose that you already have an account on their website, but if you don't, sign up for an account and log in with your email address and your password that you create during the sign-up process. And after you log in, the website is going to look something like this. Also, you'll want to make sure to enter your bank information in order for you to get paid, as well as your tax info, because Amazon won't let us to upload the journal if we don't fill out that information first. You'll want to click on Create right here. After that, select the paperback option. You'll now want to enter the basic information for your book, and I'm going to give you some basic info. For the language, I've selected English. And after that, you'll want to enter your book title and subtitle. We got the book title at the beginning of the video using ChatGPT, and you'll want the subtitle for your book to be something like a short little description, so you can use ChatGPT to generate that for you as well. We don't have to put the series in the edition, so I'll just skip this part. We have the author name section, so you can use your real name. And I'm going to put Marshall Johnson in here, but you can also use a fake name or an alias, whatever you prefer. For this description part, you can put 1 or 2 sentences that will describe your book. But I don't recommend doing that because there's a much better way, and we'll use ChatGPT to write our description for us. I'll write a simple prompt that says, "Give me an Amazon journal description." The title of my journal is "Then enter a name for your journal." Write the description using the ADA format. This ADA format stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. And it helps create a compelling, persuasive text that attracts potential buyers and encourages them to make a purchase. So you can see what kind of description ChatGPT created, and it's categorized into sections. And the first one is attention, the second is interest, and so on. So this ADA format is great for writing compelling journal descriptions, and I'm going to copy and paste this into my description box. Of course, don't copy the attention, interest, desire parts, just the description. The next part is to answer a couple of questions, so just do that. And in my case, the answer is no. The primary marketplace is Amazon.com. Select a category for your book, and you can select up to 3 categories for your journal. For this question right here, select the option called Low Content Book, since this is a journal. We now have the Keywords section right here, and you can ask ChatGPT to generate good keywords that are related to your topic. And don't make the keywords too long or too short. So I recommend using ChatGPT for writing these. Once you finish entering all of the necessary information on this page, we're going to tap on the Save and Continue button right here, and we'll get to the second page. You can leave this at Publish without using an ISBN. After that, go a bit down and then select your trim size. And in our case, it's 6 by 9 inches. Select the bleed option at the right side, and you can select either a glossy or a matte cover finish. I recommend that you select the matte finish because it's a bit more popular than a glossy one. This manuscript section will allow us to upload our finished PDF journal, which we had created using Canva. So I'm going to do just that. Once your book uploads, the bottom section will ask us to upload our book cover. We have this AI-generated content, and they're going to ask us, did we generate any images, text, or other things using artificial intelligence? And you can answer either yes or no. We had used ChatGPT to generate our title and our description for the journal, but that is a minor part of the journal. If you've used AI to make most of your journal, then it's a good idea to put yes under the AI-generated content. Now we have to launch our book previewer and then approve the book if you're happy with the design and how it turned out. So this is how our journal turned out. You can see the book cover, as well as the interior of the book, which we had designed in this video. So I'm happy with this and I'll approve it. So let's save this and continue to the last page. And this is the part where you'll put a price on your journal. And this is completely up to you. I recommend that you go over to Amazon and then find similar books like yours. See how many pages it has, what topic is it, and check out how much it costs. You can put a lower price at the beginning until your book starts selling. And once it does gain some traction, you can easily change the price afterwards. So don't put a high price at the very beginning. I'll set this to around $5 US, and then your book will be ready to be published to KDP. Before the book becomes available on Amazon, they will review your book to see if it doesn't violate any guidelines, if the book is good, and so on. But once they approve your book, it will be available for people to buy it on Amazon KDP. If this video helped you out, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.